guys, what's going on? Megan here. Alright, best exercise for back thickness, right? I'm reading the comments section. That's why I want you guys to like and comment, because when you comment, when you like the video, obviously not only helps me get more views and shit like that, and when you share it, but when you like the videos, I look back at the end of every month and I look at the likes and dislikes, right? And based on the likes, I know what kind of videos y'all want me to produce. It's like a business, guys. Even though I'm not making shit out of this, it's part of what I like to do. And based on the likes, for example, I look back and I look at my most liked videos, the ones with the highest likes. I'm like, okay, you motherfuckers like those topics, so I focus on those, right? I'm trying to help people here. It's like a mutual thing. The ones with low likes, I don't make a lot of videos on them. I don't make a lot of videos on those topics. So it's kind of like a feedback, supply and demand type of shit. So and lately I've been looking at the videos on like best exercise per body part based on science and bro science and the EMG, whatever. And those have a lot of fucking likes. So what do I do at the end of the week? I'm like, okay, take note to self. On the way back home from work, I want to make more videos on this topic. So let's get that feedback thing going. So anyway, and I also look at the comment section where you guys just ask for topics, and the most comments I got was on back thickness. A lot of people struggle with back thickness, including myself. That's why I'm like an upper back whore, guys. I always look for how to optimize back training, and I got a lot of results lately using these scientific exercises. Once again, I had these exercises I'm making videos on. I had them for I don't know how many months, for months, but I never thought about making videos of them bitches. I was like, people don't care about EMG shit, but obviously people do. So anyway, the best exercise for back thickness, I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one it shocked everybody. It shocked even the scientists who did all the studies, because once again, I looked at many different studies. You never want to look at just one study on a group of people and be like, hey, that's it. Now you want to look at a lot of fucking studies, and they're very hard to find. I had to go in textbooks at school, online, Scholar, and things like that. And the very best one that blew out the competition by far was the prone trap raise. It's called the prone trap raise, right? You've probably seen it before, but it's very underrated. Pretty much you lay down on an incline bench. Fuck this toothpick, man. You lay down on an incline bench and kind of like Superman style. You just lay down, chest first, and you grab 2 dumbbells in your hand. They don't have to be too heavy, and you raise them overhead and you hold and squeeze that bitch, right? And you don't raise it straight in front of you, right? You raise it in a Y stance. That's, some people call it the Y raise, because you don't bring your arms up in front of you. You bring them to pretty much at the top of the movement. You should look like a fucking Y. You should look like a Y nigga, right? Just laying straight and your arms spread out. So it's not a lateral raise. It's not a bent over lateral raise. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make videos on this bitch. For every video like this I make, I'm gonna make gym videos. I'm gonna try to make gym videos to show you guys how to do the exercise. But anyway, look it up. It's the prone trap raise, and boy, it raped all the EMG studies. It laid dick towers all over those studies, guys. The numbers were astronomical, and I was like, what the fuck? I always thought that was a front delt movement, but I didn't know that if you move your arms out just a little bit outward, it goes from your upper traps to your middle traps and your lower traps. It activates the whole region. So it's not really your front delts, it's your whole trapezius complex, and exercise gives you a lot of thickness. Now, it makes sense, because when I seen that, I went on Sherlock Swole mode, right? I went on Sherlock Swole mode. I put the sunglasses on and I started doing some investigation. I was like, wait, then why is it that most people, that have a lot of thick backs don't do the exercise? If you think about it, look at people with the thickest backs. They do a lot of front raises, right? They probably don't go completely overhead, but that's really what it is. But they do a lot of front raises. Ronnie Coleman, right? He's known for doing a lot of barbell front raises. He loves this in all his shoulder and trap workouts. And in fact, he brings it above his above eye level. If you look at Ronnie Coleman doing front raises, he brings it above eye level. Johnny Jackson, the biggest, thickest traps, thickest upper back in bodybuilding, is a big fan of heavy ass dumbbell raises. He does that shit with Brent Warren, right? They go hammer grip, all that shit. It does their whole upper back. Even if you see him do it from the back, watch him do the exercise. You see his upper back just coming out. I'm like, dude, that's not a short exercise. That's a fucking back exercise. And if you look at strongman competitors, I love looking at Bill Cosmeyer, right? I love that guy because he has one of the thickest upper backs I've seen in fucking history, right? And he does a lot. Obviously, they do a lot of stone loading, right? Strongmen are known for that shit. Stone loading. Stone loading is really a big ass upright row front raise looking type of thing, right? Look at people doing stone loading, and look at the trapezius when they're actually doing exercise. It goes all the way up. It contracts like a bitch for them to raise the stones overhead. Yes, they're using a lot of back, and shit like that, but it's really the traps. If you look at it, it's like an upright row, like a clean. This truck almost took my life. Also, if you look at Roberto Fox, right, the second guy I think with the biggest upper traps after Johnny Jackson and maybe after Ronnie Coleman, but he's up there in the top 3 biggest traps ever. One of his signature movements was the brutal roll, the brutal front raise, whatever you want to call it. It's like an upright roll front raise type of bullshit, but he brings it overhead, just like the prone trap raise. And he said that for some reason they give him great traps, and he does. He has some of the greatest traps. So I'm not surprised, you know, at the results of this study. So try that, guys, for a big, thick upper back. Do some heavy or medium weight, whatever, incline, prone trap raise, whatever you want to call them. Do on an incline. And remember, the reason why it's better to do them standing is because when you do them laying down, you can actually hold it at the top and squeeze. When you're doing that shit standing, you use too much momentum, and you lose a fucking, I don't know how gravity torque fucking works, but you know, when you're doing it standing, you lose tension, right? Somewhere around the top. If you're doing laying down, oh my God, I tried that shit, guys. My upper back is so pumped after the first set, right? So try it out and let me know what you think. Comment below for the next one. I'm gonna make a part 2 and part 3 to this to see the top 3, the next 2 best exercises for upper back thickness. So like the video, share, and stay tuned for the next part. Comment below for what you want to see, all right? I'm out. Best for the chest.